say your name or?
Yeah, so I'm Jamil, aka Drama, aka Jim. Um, yeah, I've been a part of OC since 2012 now. I initially started as a member. I'm currently working and actually should I say that? So,
Fine.
yeah, so I initially started off as a member. I'm currently working and so my journey through OC has been quite a crazy one. In the sense of my initial intentions when I came in, to the outcomes that have come about since being there. So I came to OC genuinely by mistake. I found out about it in prison. Um, like just briefly got told about the music stuff that they do down there. Came out. I actually didn't get in contact. I didn't have no contact with no one. And one of my friends actually came down here. It's one of the guys who I do music with. He told me about it. Like, he was actually trying to get me serious back into music because obviously coming out of prison and still being mixed up and a lot of stuff. So he brought me down there one day. Yeah, man. Since that day, I ain't left. Like, to be honest, yeah. So like I said, my main purpose for being here was music, nothing but music. Like, I wasn't interested in working. I wasn't interested in meeting new people, nothing like that. All I wanted to come down and do is use the studio, and that was like very clear at the beginning. Like, people still say it to me now. But through being here and through being around the guys down here, the other members of staff down there, that when I was there, it was just, to be fair, one of the biggest benefits I got from being here was encouragement and like having people believe in me and helping the belief in myself grow. Because I wasn't a person that believed in myself. I was someone who would class myself as an effort because I would always start stuff somewhere along the line. I'd effort up somehow, like self-sabotaging and that. So yeah, so I came down and got involved with the music in the studio, put together a project on my own. And yeah, kind of, I just kept on being here really. Like, it was like, to be fair, at first it was just a place for me to be. Even when I wasn't doing music, like, I just come and chill. Right reasons or wrong reasons. It was a building for me to be in where I wasn't getting headache. But at the same time, like I said, I had people around me that was encouraging me to do stuff. Be it around music, be it around art, whatever. And yeah, I kind of found out through being here that I had a lot of talents that I didn't even realise I had. I realised I could draw like pretty good. I realised I could actually act as well. Obviously, it's weird, my name being drama, and I got involved in drama stuff. Like, yeah, man. And the biggest benefit was getting the opportunity to do youth work. Now, for me, that was a bit of a struggle with myself because my biggest thing is I hate being a hypocrite. And that was the biggest thing, that when I had got an opportunity and I turned it down at first because I said, at the end of the day, I don't want to be a hypocrite. My idea of youth work at that time was, you come in, you tell young people, don't do this, don't do that, and do this and do that. But at that period of my life, there was a lot of things I would be telling people not to do, and then I'd be leaving and going and doing it myself. So that was the biggest thing, and I was kind of just pushed, like, because I've got the experience and I've been through that quite a lot. That was something that seemed to be, that I was told at the time would be something that would kind of push me through it, like, just give it a go kind of thing. And to be fair, since that day, that's all it's been, man. Like, I've just been working with young people, not even just young people, people older than me, people my age, and encouraging them. My biggest thing is encouraging them into music. Like, I find music helps me deal with a lot of my problems. Like, obviously, as much as it's a passion and it's something I wanna like be known widely for, like, it helps me deal with a lot of stuff. Like, music is something that helped me be able to start talking to people and expressing myself. Because when I was younger, I used to bottle up a lot of stuff. You can't talk to me about nothing. If I've got an issue, don't speak to me about it, because most of the time I'm gonna flip out. And with music, it was my way of expressing myself, and then putting myself in a zone where I can, if you come and approach me and ask me about something, I can speak about it. So yeah, man, I've got a lot of love and respect for OC because they've kept me, I feel like, due to them, they've kept me on the right track, kept me out of prison as well, which is the biggest thing for me. And yeah, man, just being so supportive around my music, even like a lot of my music, even up to this day, as being a youth worker, I struggle to show it to people, because I don't want to be like, oh, I want people to look at me like, oh, but you're meant to be a youth worker. You're talking about this stuff. Like, I've always been encouraged to just say what's on my mind. Obviously, as much as I have turned my life around a lot, I'm still in the transition mode, so there is still things that, you know, that run across my mind, stuff that I could be mixed up in, but it's about, I suppose it's just having the right support foundation around me. Obviously, I speak about OCL, that I've got a good like family background as well, like my mum, my brothers, sisters, my dad and that, so yeah man, it's just, since I've been here, all I can say is positive things that come from me, personally. And I feel like one of the things that helped me get into work, even through music, was the routine. One thing I always used to do is, once I realised I could use this place for studio as much as I want for free, I made sure I was at studio every week. At least once a week I was here. And that once a week turned into 2, 3, like certain guys will tell you, I used to come and used to bully guys at the studio. Not like on an aggressive way, but in the sense of, I would come in and I've got stuff to do. If you're in the studio not doing nothing, it's my turn, like that, you know, like that. And I feel like that actually helped other guys as well, because I felt like guys were watching me and watching the way I was doing it, and we're like, yo, like, drama's just, like, he's killing it in the studio, like, we need to, I don't want to say catch up, like, but, like, kind of follow footsteps kind of thing. I think that's something that, not in a big-headed way, but I think that's something that I definitely brought about, because there wasn't a lot of people doing music down here seriously when I first came. And like the transition mode now is crazy. But yeah, as well as that with the music side, that's definitely something that's helped me get into work, because I've had a routine, I've had somewhere to come. And I know that if I've got studio at 12, I need to be there at 12. Not necessarily that I always get there at 12, but like it's in my mind, and that's stuff that's helped me along the way. So yeah man, I've got nothing but a lot of respect for OC that brought me a long way in the 3 years that I've been, 3 years since I've been out of prison, and 3 years that I've been involved out there. So only connect all the way, man.
And thank you, man. So in terms of you getting the job, how did you, like, what made you want to kind of go, right, fuck it, I'm going to do 9 to 5 kind of thing?
There weren't nothing, if I'm honest with you, I didn't want to do a 9 to 5. At one stage it was a bit just to get people off my back, like, if I'm completely honest. I had no intentions of working coming out of prison. I had no intentions of working once I was out of prison as well. Like, I didn't care about work. Like, I've always known other ways of getting paid, so work wasn't a big issue for me. My main passion, what I decided in prison, was my music, to take my music seriously. But then one thing I realised is that while doing music, you need to make money. Making money on the road, so be it, wasn't the way, because one thing I said to myself when I was in prison the last time is, I'm not coming back. If I'm doing stuff, I was putting myself at the risk of coming back, then I'm going back kind of thing. So it was a bit of like just being around and finding opportunities. Like I said, the first one was a youth work opportunity, and like I went there, young people. To be fair, I think one of the biggest benefits that I had was that I wasn't like a youth worker. I was like one of the youth, and I felt like that helped me, because I was just so honest about things. That young people could come to me and speak to me about anything, and I would give them, obviously without putting myself like in a vulnerable position, I would give them a straightforward, honest answer. And I feel like that's something that benefited, and I actually genuinely went into the youth work dreading it and came out loving it. Like, it was only a part-time placement, and by the end of it, I was asking them, please, haven't you got no full-time vacancies? Like, I proper want to work here, like, And this was in another company. And then they actually kept calling me back. They do run a 3-month program every 4 months, and they kept calling me back for it constantly. So like, that kind of showed me that, raw, I must have some sort of talent. There must be something special here about me. And the company I was working for kept reporting back to Only Connect as well, like, oh, this guy's really doing good. And at first I thought it was just like, oh, these people are gassing me, man. They're just trying to keep me on the right track. But the fact that they kept calling me back, like I said, actually showed me something. And then, yeah, a job opportunity came up in Only Connect. And I actually got a job in despise with a passion. Like, I hate the life. But it was the case of I was working out, I was getting legitimate money. No one could say nothing to me. So like, it was just one of those ones. I had people around me just like stick at it. The right thing will come along, and the right thing came along. And only Kenneth had an opportunity for an engagement coordinator, and yeah, man, I went for the interview, and I got the job, man, and I've loved it ever since the beginning, since I started. So yeah, man, and it's just pushed me to think to the future, to go on to do bigger and brighter things, man. And yeah, man, it's helped me grow a lot as well. I've learned a lot about myself. I've changed a lot. I mean, I'm still the same person, but aspects of me have changed. Like, people told me when they first met me, like, my aura wasn't the best. Like, I was like I don't know if angry was the right word, but I suppose it was anger. Like, it was a bit of anger with like not trusting no one, with like you can't tell me nothing, I'm my own man kind of thing. Whereas now, I think the biggest thing is now I've got a lot more tolerance. Like, things that used to make me fly off the handle now, I mean, I suppose they still get to me, but I can deal with them in different ways now. I don't lash out violently or lash out like verbally aggressive, like aggressive in a verbal way. So yeah, man, it's just been a crazy journey, but a crazy journey that I've enjoyed, and a crazy journey that's still a long way to go. And yeah, like I said, obviously I'm into the youth work side of things now, but yeah, obviously my main passion is still the music. So I want to use my music to tell my story, tell where I came from, and to kind of encourage young people. Like, a lot of young people actually want to do music and don't have the confidence to do it. Like, and I've come across so many people like that, and I've kind of helped them into, listen, at the end of the day, even if you're doing music just for yourself and you don't want to blow up and be known by everyone, like, do it. And a lot of the people that have said they only want to do it just for fun, and now doing it and saying, yo, like, come on, I'm trying to blow in music. So yeah, man, I thought that music is my talent that has kept me going. Like, long story short of it, like I said, I